Hello, for my last new technology, I'm presenting on a resource called Flipgrid. It is just what it says on this screen. You can use it for social learning, and every student has a voice. So basically, it's kind of what we're doing in this class right now for AEP 800. You can allow students to post into a discussion, but instead of just typing, it is presenting a video. So the students actually record themselves and post it into an online community. So the audience could be students or other teachers teaching them how to use this resource. The purpose is to promote students presenting and talking and communicating effectively and being confident in doing so. I know that me personally, I struggled at the beginning of this class, and even today, it's very uncomfortable to have to hear yourself presenting because you have to know what you're talking about and then you rewatch it and it's just very nerve-wracking. So as online learning becomes more and more popular, I think that if we start teaching our students young that it's okay and it's going to take practice, the more confident that they'll be later on. So the standards that it reaches are ISTA for students, 6C. Students communicate complex ideas clearly and effectively by creating or using a variety of digital objects such as visualizations, models, or simulations. And ISTA for teachers, 1D, model collaborative knowledge, construction with students, colleagues, and others in face-to-face and virtual forums. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go to the educator login, and I have already logged in. So this is just kind of a look at the overall dashboard. Now then you can rename these. This is one that I kind of created, but it comes with one already created so that you can kind of see it. And if you wanted to, you could even edit that to where it says, instead of being our classroom, we could name this first period. Describe the purpose because it's optional. I'm not going to do that right now. This code is very important, but as you guys play around with it, you'll see that they need a code to get into the grid, and they just have to go to a website, enter the code, just like Remind or Edmodo or something like that, where they have to join the community. So let's just say we update the grid. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go back to my grids and show you guys how to create a new grid. And again, a grid is just an online community, just like what we're in right now with this class. It's just a closed off private area that students can feel comfortable presenting in. So this is the opportunities that you have to create all of these. I haven't played around with it well enough to know what each of them are capable of doing, but that's something that I look forward to doing. So for right now, let's just go to classroom. Okay, this I have found is very important, and I know that there's a way to turn off the password, but again, I haven't messed with it enough to know how. So just make sure that you remember the password, and it's very specific. So I think that you at least need to have a capital letter. So let's just say that this is going to be technology. That's going to be our password. So build my grid. So again, this would be the code that your students need, and you could go to view grid as a student and get into this grid with the code. If you edit, you can customize all of these things. I think this actually might be the part where let's just say that I want to change it to this cute dog. So that's going to be our new cover photo, kind of. And I think this is where I saw earlier that you can take that password off if you wanted it to. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to just go ahead and continue with the presentation. So this is what it looks like. This is already posted on there because it would be a great opportunity for kids to start with. They can go to class intros and introduce themselves. I think I would have to go in as a student, so let me do that really quick. View as a student. I have to enter that password that I told you guys was very important. Okay, now then I'm in as a student, and I can click on this button. And now then it shows me and I'm ready to record this video. So it gives them the opportunity to read the directions and figure out what they're supposed to actually talk about in their video. Now then let's go back to our classroom and we'll create maybe. Oh, I'm in the student version, that's why. Okay. So now then we can create a new topic. So let's just say that we're going to talk about solving equations for math class. Because I'm a math teacher, I want them to have to explain the steps of solving an equation. So you could make this longer. You could say that the time allotted is 2 minutes. And I'm going to say, discuss the process to solve the following equation. And I'm going to say 5x plus 10 equals 15. And I know that's easy, but the students would have to explain the steps through this video of what they did and how they solved. I think that if students can teach something, that means that they know it way better than if they can just write down the process. And this could also really prevent cheating, which I don't know about you guys, but we have a lot of cheating at our school. So create topic. This gives the students the place to go where they have to log in. And again, they would just have to have that password. And then they can get on there and post their discussion. So you can see the activity. If a student actually posted, this would go up and down. And it just tells you basically everything that's happened. You can go to Discovery and see what people have already done on here. So I saw one thing earlier that said something like staff development. It was talking about what are some classroom management strategies that you use. So you could definitely use this in a lot of different ways. You could talk amongst teachers in your school. I don't know how many of them would be comfortable with sharing videos of themselves, but I definitely think it's something that we need to use with our students. So I'm looking forward to using this, and I hope you guys are too.